Hey guys, I just wanted to share a little something that I did back in my senior year. It was basically a creative writing project. We were doing, or we were rather reading over the play Beowulf, and you had two options for this project. One of them was to make a replica of one of the scenes from the play, or you could choose to rewrite to the scenes in your own words. Needless to say, I was the only one that chose to do the rewriting option. Everyone else went up in groups and made the replica, which that's not my kind of thing. So I thought I would just read those to you and maybe see how that goes. So we'll do that. For the past few hours, I felt my waters gradually become disturbed. Someone had entered my lair, my swamp. My fellow monsters could feel this as well as the tension began to rise. I sat up from my rest suddenly. A human scent began to fill my nostrils. It seems this person didn't chicken out after all. I started toward the entrance of my underwater cave and indeed saw a human. A man who appeared built, wearing a chainmail and a helmet, and was armed with a sword. I growled under my breath and reached for the man, clutching him. Unfortunately, my claws got stuck in that chainmail of his each time I tried to impale him with them. Aggravated, I carried him back into the cave, not wanting an audience to see my failed attempts. The human began to struggle around in my grasp, of course failing repeatedly. Maybe he finally realized where I'd been taking him. The empty battle hall of ours had never been used, and it would be I who to take this hall's first victory. The water was warmer in this room, as it was filled with a light that appeared to the eye like fire. The human seemed to have gained his courage and swung his sword at my head, of course, his blade not making a scratch. His face filled with slight disgust as he realized that what he needed right at this moment was useless to him. In turn, I bit into the human's helmet, not to hurt him, of course, to just scare him. I wanted to see his eyes widen with fear before his death. To my surprise, there was no fear. He struggled again in my hand as I pinned him to the ground. Maybe I could crush his insides. Just as I was about to do so, he squirmed his way out from under my hand and began to look around the room. A smirk crossed his face as he saw a huge giant forged sword on the outer walls of the hall. Did he possibly think that he could wield that? Stunned, I watched as he lifted the sword above his head. Almost, as if in slow motion, I watched the human swing the blade in my direction. Then it all went black.